My name is Justin Rule. I'm the founder and executive director of Heads Up. I started Heads Up 7 years ago when I noticed a need. I was working in schools. My friend had taught me a few magic tricks and introduced me to the after-school environment in Lancaster. And as I began to interact with the youth and families of the city, I realized there was a problem. The problem was that there was amazing arts and creative energy in and around this city, but not inside of all of our schools. The problem was that not all the artists were connected to all the students, and not all the students were aware of all the artists. So I began to think, how can we do something different? How can we take artists that are passionate, that have an amazing gift and talent that God had given them, and connect them with youth that were just hungry to explore and understand their own passions, their own talents? It's actually an acronym. Heads Up stands for Helping Empower Artists, Developing Students, Unleashing Potential. At Heads Up, we're a little bit different because it's not be whatever you want to be, try as hard as you can, just dream it and you can be it. What we really believe is that students were given an innate talent and talents to be invested in their school, in their family, in their community. And we believe that through relationships with artist mentors and people in their own community, that we can help them discover those things that were innately inside of them, so that they're not spending their whole time trying to be what someone else wants them to be or being frustrated at what they can't be, but they realize who they are. And from that place, they explore what they're capable of. And we don't make them come to us. We come to them. We meet them at their school, at their church, at their block party, at the grand opening of the business down the street from them. We meet them right where they're at. I have to first admit a bias that I have. See, I was born 3.5 months early. I weighed 2 pounds, 4 ounces. The doctors didn't expect me to live. They diagnosed me as being deaf and having cerebral palsy. They gave me a 10% chance to live. I believe I'm alive today because I have a unique purpose for being here. So what drives me as the visionary behind the Heads Up movement is an understanding that every person alive today is here for a purpose and is here for a reason, with innate talents and gifts, something that we can't take credit for, just like my life. See, potential is this word that we get hung up on, where potential literally means existing in possibility, capable of development into reality. Everything exists in possibility, but not everything that exists in possibility is capable of development into reality. See, I don't know the potential that exists among the youth of this generation, let alone this city, for good. But I do know that when we empower them as people, we can help them discover who they are. It's helping kids see themselves for who they are and not measuring themselves based on what someone else wants them to be. Here in Lancaster, we are blessed to be among one of the most creative, diverse, thriving art communities in the nation. We need to be asking ourselves, how are we connecting that to the youth of this city? We're blessed to be in a city whose education system values the community partnerships between nonprofits and schools. We are taking a school and saying what you offer inside the 4 walls isn't enough. When kids come to school hungry, or when they go home to empty homes, or they're not fully connected to the health services or the family services or the enrichment and artistic expressions that are in their city, that's not enough. How do we break down those walls and connect businesses and community with school and vice versa? We can no longer just continue to sit there and say, I'll do business over here and school over here and go to my faith community over here. So will you consider how you might join Heads Up in the movement where we empower artists to connect with students to unlock their innate talents and abilities to invest in the community and in the school around them? Will you join Heads Up as we look to continue the movement of youth in this city discovering not just what they can do, but first, who they were made to be?